Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to 7 Minutes for Seniors. I am Chris Wilson. This is
Jennifer Akin.
Yep, there you go.
Sorry.
Nope, doesn't matter, right? So this is our second segment. We're going to talk more about your law firm, just kind of more of a deep dive about what you guys do. So how exactly do you help seniors?
Okay. So a lot of people hear elder law and they think I sue nursing homes, things like that. I don't. I'm a very non-adversarial person, but we help seniors. We do basic level estate planning, wills, trusts, power of attorneys. But a lot of what we do is long-term care planning and helping families when a loved one needs some type of care, whether it's in the home, whether it's in a memory care, assisted living, or a nursing home, because people don't really understand the type of benefits that can help pay for that. And more often than not, they think we have too much, we won't qualify for benefits like Medicaid or VA veterans aid and attendance is another benefit we help families with. And so we really help families navigate what they can and cannot be eligible for, or we help them gain that eligibility. Okay, so I just had a client in here. She, her husband went into a nursing home, very typical rehab stay, and now he can't come home. It's not safe, and she can't take care of him anymore. But the nursing home told her that she had to spend down all her money. I know, before she could become eligible, and that's just not true. And everybody's situation is different. Everybody's assets are different. But it's really important to sit down with an elder law lawyer when this happens, because the nursing home isn't giving good advice. And she's been working with my office for a couple of months now, and he was approved yesterday.
So, well, it's not good advice for your client, but It's good advice for them because
they get private pay.
They get their private pay rate while they're in spend down, and they don't necessarily have to do that because you can help them shelter assets in the home and everything like that.
And people don't understand that. And like the home is a protected asset. More often than not, IRAs are protected assets. So these are things that people just don't understand, and you need to get that information. And that's really our mission. I mean, I love the law and I love practicing, but I love getting information out there because I hate that misconception that everybody has to spend down or they're going to lose their home.
Right.
And that's just not true.
Yeah. I mean, you work your whole life. You build and you grow your family in that home. And then somebody with predatory tactics finds a way to take all of it from you and then give you some level of service that's probably substandard to what you'd be able to do with those same assets in your home.
Well,
right?
I mean, we had a gentleman. He was almost 90, and his wife had to go to a nursing home, and his only asset besides his home was an IRA. And they told him he had to pull out of it to pay for her care. And by the time he got to us, he had depleted almost 75% of it. And that's all he had. To the point where he was eating snacks out of our conference room and asking to bring some home because he was living on cup of soup.
Right.
Like, it was so disheartening, and we were able to help him and save what we could.
Right.
But these are the things that are happening. And so my goal and my job, I feel, is to get awareness out there as an elder law lawyer to say this is what exists. And it's not just with long-term care planning. It's also like exploitation of vulnerable adults. We're seeing that a lot more. It happened to my family where, predators over the phone or on Facebook were trying to convince my dad to send them money.
Wow.
And luckily we were able to stop that, but I knew what to do.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I do. But a lot of people don't. And so if you ever are worried about your loved one or you feel that you're being taken advantage of, you should call somebody.
Yeah. If you worked your whole life to put money away in the cookie jar and assets away and everything like that, then it's in your best interest to pay somebody to look at your assets and make sure that your situation is taken care of.
Well, I don't even charge for consultation.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
So
sometimes if you got to help somebody,
well,
obviously it's going to cost money.
We have fees and charges and things like that. But I'll sit down and go through and say, these are your options. This is what you can have us do to help you.
And pre-planning is better than reacting.
Pre-planning, it's always better, but a lot of people don't know because a lot of people hear the word Medicaid and they get, I would never be eligible, or I don't want to be in a gross facility. Well, all nursing homes take Medicaid.
Right. Yeah. It's a guaranteed pay.
The best ones and the worst ones.
Yep.
So, why not just, talk to somebody and get the information instead of assuming you're not eligible.
Right.
And there's programs for Medicaid, as you know, that can help provide care in the home.
Exactly.
If you want to stay in home, they even allow you to pick your own caregiver.
Yeah.
And Medicaid will pay them. So,
and we're going to see more and more of that as the prevalence of programs like long-term care insurance and stuff like that go away.
mm-hmm.
Pensions that guaranteed money every month
Right.
to seniors are going away. Really our savings account that
mm-hmm.
we're going to age with is a 401k,
right.
which means that it doesn't necessarily translate over to taking care of us.
Exactly.
Right? So we're going to be the first generation that really kind of gets trialed on not having a pension.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm not trying to group you into how old I am, but anyway.
I'm sure I'm close.
So who would be your ideal client?
Well, everybody is, right? So, a lot of people hear the word elder law and they think I only work with seniors. So, as far as that seniors go, anybody that, believes anybody, because anybody may need long-term care at some point, mm-hmm. right? And nobody realizes that. So, we start with, people that are young, they have college students, mm-hmm. they need power of attorneys. People don't realize that. Your kids are going off to college, they should have power of attorney documents. Not one of my ideal clients. Mm-hmm. Families just need to do basic planning, wills, estate planning. Everybody should have a plan, not just for long-term care, but in general, if something mm-hmm. happens to you, especially if you have young children, who's going to take care of them? Mm-hmm. You need guardians appointed. But one of my most favorite area of law, besides special needs law, is the long-term care planning. So if you have a loved one that's declining in health, there's a dementia diagnosis, that's a good time to start planning.
Okay.
So, or, we really love crisis clients. Like I know, the loved one is in a rehab, yep. going to long-term care.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand. I can plan fast, and
it's not ideal, but we've all gotten good in this industry
yeah.
of being the phone call when somebody is in that moment of crisis. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly what I want to do either, but we've gotten good at it as professionals to be able to do that.
Because they're in crisis and you can really help them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think there's no hope.
Yeah. So. No, you can always help the hopeless.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys. This has been our second segment. Make sure if you didn't see the first one, go back and check it out. Otherwise, stay tuned. We'll have 3 more segments after this. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.